Alright, so I recently finished the Game of Life online Theta Healing workshop. So this has been my 6th Theta Healing coaching journey that I went on. And every time you take these journeys, your life just gets better. It's like you have this curtain that is just sort of like opened up in front of you, you know. So I'd really like to share that with you, especially if you are interested in either booking a session, benefiting from this really, really beautiful benefits, or just, maybe to even better than that, to learn this technique yourself, because this coaching is just phenomenal. Now, same as my other coaching with Theta Healing, it has been facilitated by my incredible Theta Healing coach, instructor, Nianell. There's a link for in the description if you are interested in coaching with this beautiful instructor. There are several instructors on the Theta Healing platform itself, thetahealing.com or thetahealing.com. I live in South Africa. I have a South African accent. I speak more than one language, so theta, but it is about that brain wave, also called the gold frequency, where you can directly connect to the deeper core of who you are. And of course, same as everything, it works on all four the belief levels: core, genetic, history, and soul. And the world at the moment, especially today, is November the 14th, 2024. And the world feels a little dystopian at the moment. It feels crazy, everything is happening. Nobody knows exactly what's going on. It's overwhelming. And also with this coaching, or kind of like a week before the coaching, astrologically, there was a lot of things going on as well. So when I looked at that, I thought to myself, no wonder I'm taking this coaching now. I would let you know that this coaching, this particular coaching Game of Life, has triggered me much more than I think all the coaching combined together before has triggered me. And I took intuitive anatomy, which is a beautiful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful coaching journey. But it is quite triggering because it goes to all the different levels in the body and everything that we store there and stuff like that. So I've made videos of all those different coaching modalities, my personal experience with it, so you can go check it out. Now I'm going to mention some sort of like supplements and medical things and stuff that I took post this particular journey. Of course, this is not me giving medical advice or anything like that. I'm just sharing my journey with you. So as always, of course, if you need professional help, medical help, psychological help, do go and see a professional. Theta Healing, we work with those professionals. It's not either or. It's about getting the best of both worlds. So Game of Life, I believe, has originally, it runs over 3 days. Game of Life, I believe, has initially been created to help those who would like to move from a corporate environment to a more heart-centered form of employment, everyday living, everyday being, So essentially looking for happiness, looking for peace. But then it has been so successful that, that now it has even more broader sort of like focus points. And I will tell you the focus points of the coaching. It is belief transformation, a practical guide. So the belief work is just amazing in this coaching. And it is really, sorry, going to those deep levels. And what I love about, either receiving this coaching or, for me personally, what's really, really great, facilitating a session for someone, be it online, be it in person, is that I can teach you through your session, and through the positive, reinforcement videos and materials and stuff that I send you post-session, I can help you and empower you to understand, and I'm going to let you know in a little bit how that helped me, how you can sort of, develop your own skills so that you can cultivate for yourself the kind of life that you want to have and the kind of life that you want to have and the kind of money and career and peace and freedom and everything that you want to have. Because the thing is, we all want those things. But when we grow older, we have this thing that you've been in this life for a while and you've got an archive of things that happened. And so when we try to do something new, or in my case, for example, my goal was to expand my business. And we have all these subconscious beliefs that are coming up that says, hey, this is not who you are. It reminds you of when you try this and try that, and it didn't work, and you saw someone else did it, and you saw something on television that somebody tried something and it didn't work out, and and so that blocks us. So this coaching deals a lot with, why do we stagnate? Why do we self-sabotage? Why do we not reach the success that we can reach? Why, when it always seems that you're on the on that sort of brink of reaching that next precipice where you'd like to be, why does it that things don't work out for you? Why do you get sick? Why do you get all of those type of things? And that is typically the subconscious mind trying to keep you safe. A big point in this coaching is that, and it's a really mind-blowing one, it is that the relationship that you have with your parents, be they alive, have they passed, whether you know them, whether you don't know them, you've been adopted, whatever the relationship is, whatever your relationship is with your parents or with your parental figures, has a direct impact, a direct influence on your relationship with abundance, a direct influence. Okay, so in this coaching, a couple of things that you will learn. There are so many. There's so many. This is literally such a brief summary, but I'm just reading from the post that that Nianell, my instructor, posted on her Facebook page. But belief work, practical approach, free yourself from parental or parent obligations, release traumas. That is not just parent obligations, it is, collective conscious obligations, past life obligations, vows and oaths, things in your genetics, ancestral beliefs, all of those sort of things, really. Handling peer pressure, and it's amazing the approach to peer pressure here, because this is even the peer pressure, the perception that we just have in our mind. It is insane. It is bizarre. It is amazing how your subconscious can either propel you forward or completely block you. Receive infinite abundance, grow your business as you wish, get ready to succeed, get excited, visioning and manifestation. And then the prerequisites for this coaching is basic DNA, advanced DNA, and dig deeper, which are along with you and the creator, which is not a prerequisite for this one, but along with you and the creator. I call them the 4 foundational courses of Theta Healing. They are really, really powerful. They're really amazing. They'll really, really change your life. And I've got videos on all of those. So in this playlist, the Theta Healing playlist, so you can have a look at it. But, so directly after, well, not directly afterwards, I would say about 2 days after this coaching. So for the first 2 days, I kind of felt quite listless. And then I remember 2 days afterwards, actually it started in the coaching, but then 2 days afterwards, I really started to experience that I was beginning to feel quite itchy in my skin, like irritated in my skin. And then, so that was 3 days after. The 4th day, I woke up, my skin was literally, it was on fire. It was so on fire that I felt like cutting off my hair, but it was everywhere from top to bottom. Inflamed, like, beginning to get like sort of like breakouts, basically. And I'm not a like I am typically sort of sensitive to the sun, which I must actually tap in to see why that is, but sensitive to sunlight. But when I say sunlight, I mean like when I get too much, I basically burn a little. This was completely different from that. This was inflamed itching. I'm telling you, I actually got to understand how when people have extreme itching, they actually scratch their skin broken, or, when you have, I don't know, something like mumps or whatever, and everybody says don't scratch. I can understand how you would scratch, because it was insane. It literally felt like I was on fire. So I took some, well, every day I do take, I like to microdose with different sort of mushrooms. And as I said, again, I'm just sharing my experience, So for sort of 2 days I didn't. And then I took some lion's mane, which is really great for opening the mind. It is great for helping with neural pathways and clarity, and if you need to focus and stuff like that. I took some cordyceps, which is really, really great for sort of just emotions and, you know, inner organs and things like that. I took an activated charcoal tablet, and I also took some cordyceps, which is also really, really fantastic. And all of those things are very immune boosting and stuff like that. And I want to emphasize just on here that I microdose. So I didn't send myself on a complete psychedelic journey here. I just microdose. All right. And then I tapped into the creator. And this is something that's great because when you take this coaching, you learn how to do it. If you have a session with me, you learn how to do it. There's actually some free Theta healing sessions on this Theta healing playlist as well. Check it out. It can help you really, really a lot. A personal session is really so profound, but this will definitely help you out. And these free ones will blow your mind as well. So do go and have a look if you want to have the experience. But sorry, I'm telling you that itching was insane. So I just said, okay, this is what I'm experiencing. Let's see why this is. So I took a breath, tapped into the energy, and just sort of connected with the creator. And I asked, what is going on here? Like, what is going on here? Why am I having this inflamed skin? And I heard very clearly that I am not comfortable in my skin. And so I was releasing a lot of the discomfort that I was holding in my body. And, our skin is the largest organ that we have, actually. And the skin, it gets very surprised, in actual fact. I'll read you a little bit from the Theta Healing Diseases and Disorder book about the skin specifically. But the skin is our outer barrier. It keeps us safe from the world. It keeps us safe within. And so sometimes when we begin to release some things, the skin might have an inflamed experience possibly, because, the release is quite powerful, and it's those parts of I'm not comfortable in my skin, I'm not comfortable being seen, I'm not comfortable with money, I'm not comfortable with success, I'm not comfortable with wealth, I'm not comfortable with peace, I'm not comfortable with comfort, I'm not comfortable with health, or all those sort of things that are sometimes conflicting with the subconscious mind. When you release, there can be those experiences. Now, I don't want you to be afraid or anything like that, because this is actually a good thing. And of course, if you have such an experience, I am totally able to help you and support you with that. But it has been a very triggering 3 days in this coaching, I would say, especially the last day. But the reason why it triggered is because the subconscious mind is trying to hold on to things that are not serving your highest and greatest benefit, And I really take my hat off to Game of Life. I think this is such an exceptional, coaching modality. And I am so over the moon excited that this is something that I can incorporate into the sessions that I facilitate, because now a lot of my clients are people that definitely want to move from corporate through a more heart-centered sort of way of living and being. And I mean, I really get that, because I used to be in corporate, and I will tell you outright, I absolutely fucking hated it. I hated it. So I really get where you're at. Or even with, myself as an entrepreneur, sometimes it can be quite challenging. And so, if you are challenged by that sort of thing, then this is really excellent for you. Any growth in life, really. I want to read for you a little bit here from the Theta Healing Diseases and Disorder book, which is an amazing book. So the skin. It says the skin is an iridescent organ, and is every color of the rainbow. When we begin life as a baby in vitro, it is translucent. It is the largest organ in the body, and it's attached to all the nerve endings of the central nervous system. So it is a reflection of what is going on internally, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Sorry. If the liver is congested, for example, there are visible effects on the skin. The tighter and shinier the skin, then the healthier the inside of the body. Now, I will also say, when I spoke to a very good friend of mine yesterday, who, this is now after this is all passed, because here's the wonderful thing. The moment you understand why you are having a certain experience, especially something physical in the body, you can pull that belief and you can replace it with something better, and you get downloads that change that. But it is very, very important to understand why you are having the experience. If you don't understand why your subconscious is holding on to a belief and then giving you the subsequent experience, which might be lack, limitation, overwhelm, self-sabotage, those sort of things. Even the people and the experiences that come into our life, because a lot of times we kind of think and feel that those things are just coincidences, but the reality is that you 100% create your own experience of life. And if you are having things coming up in your life and you don't understand why, then you want to understand why. Because let's say, for example, you've got a problem with someone, your parents, your child, maybe someone you had a romantic relationship with, a friendship that's gone haywire, whatever it may be. You may decide to just block this person out of your life. Had enough of this person, not talking to them ever again. But you kind of, you have unresolved business between the two of you. Someone else, a different situation, will replace that person, will replace that situation until you deal with it. So a lot of times we say, I don't understand, I'm doing the work, I've blocked those people, whatever. But and you can even say, I did it from peace, I said I forgive. But until you understand what your subconscious get from it, that the subconscious sees as something beneficial, it will recreate that pattern continually. And that is what makes Theta healing powerful, is because it works across all four of the belief levels: core, genetic, history, and soul, where the majority of healing modalities only work with the core level. And that is why also a lot of times, the problems come back. Okay? It says the skin is our shield, our outer defense covering for the body. It not only breathes oxygen from the air, but draws the universal life force into the body from the creator of all that is, from source. So actually what I wanted to say, so I bumped into my friend who's a doctor in Chinese medicine, and he was like, stick out your tongue. So I stuck out my tongue, but I told him what happened. And he also told me that, there's some trouble, that, the liver needs some cleaning, which makes sense because I haven't been eating as healthy as I should have been. So it's also when we do work like this, it is also things that come out. There's this tendency in the world to sort of romanticize the spiritual journey. It's always the dark energies and all those type of things. But what are you doing or what are you not doing? And I was not eating in the healthiest way. I will openly admit that. So it makes sense that my liver will have some trouble. The liver also stores anger. And in order to be abundant in life, there's anger that needs to be released. So I'm going to read you a little bit about the skin. And then I'm also going to read to you about the liver, so you can get a deeper understanding of how all of this plays out and how it all affects each other. And, the thing is, if we really want to grow in life, if we really want to grow, and if we want to be at peace with the growth, not sort of like, a lot of people have this thing of like, well, I'm powerful and I'm in my power and fuck them because they don't get me and so. But there is not peace. There is not peace. That is the direct opposite of peace. You know what I mean? And it's important to always remember, for any of you that's taken any of my coaching ever, and if you're interested, there's links for them all in the description. It is that the motivation behind the action determines the outcome. That is just the way the cookie crumbles. Okay? We exist within laws in the universe, and that's just one of the laws. It's a cause and effect. Okay? The skin is the first contact with feelings outside the body that are then felt inside the body. It holds a thin protective energy field around us. It is a major communicator of intuitive information. We can feel the presence of people, objects, and emotions through it. There's just some guidance over there. So I'm just going to read for intuitive remedies, and then I am going to tell you how it can sometimes affect you, and then give you some beliefs and teach you also how to, download those beliefs for yourself. So intuitive remedies. When the skin experiences trauma, it is shocked by the fact that it is hurt. And it thinks that it is impervious to injury. So it thinks that's where those other languages are coming from that I speak. Tell it that it is okay to heal after trauma and reassure it that it is doing a good job. Release the trauma and stress. And it's even a good idea to, because molecules speak to each other, to sometimes touch your skin very gently. And I said the other day, I got you. And I mean, 2 days ago, I kid you not, I started having like inflamed things here down my arms. It was quite uncomfortable. Okay. And also, obviously, when we do a session with someone, regardless of what it is that I do, because I also do hypnotherapy, past life regression, tarot, massage, all of those beautiful things. But even with a massage, and it's quite a powerful thing, even with a massage, you come in and you obviously assume that I'm going to touch you, but I ask you permission. Because sometimes we come and we assume, we thought it was going to be fine. We've had those experiences before as people. And then suddenly someone touches you, or you just get too close to someone, and we literally say they make my skin crawl. So it's important to ask permission, So skin problems and some of the programs, the subconscious programs that they might be, concerning is change and comfort zones, discernment in touch, feeling beautiful, making you weak or making you feel strong. How the world perceives you, irritation, loving and accepting your body, receiving love back, reflecting your beauty, showing affection, understanding other people's body language. All right? So if you want to have some downloads for the skin, now obviously it's important if we do this that you're not in a space where there's anything that's requiring your attention or your focus or anything like that. In that case, I'd like to take a nice deep breath. I'm going to do a very quick guided session for you, just some downloads. Take a nice deep breath, lean back, sit back, lay back in a way that supports the neck, the back, and the shoulders. Close your eyes, take a nice deep breath, and as you release that breath, let your energy go down into the earth. Just envision it, imagine it flowing into the earth. Take a breath, gather energy from the earth and draw it in through your feet, your legs, through all your energy centers, and let it pop up in a bubble of light above your head. Notice what color that bubble of light is, and place your consciousness inside of this bubble of light and release the breath. And let this bubble of light go up, 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 through the universe and beyond the universe, because the Creator is bigger than the universe, into many different layers of light, vibrant layers of light. And you might notice that there's some darker layers in between these layers of light. And as you move through the dark layer, it takes you to a next vibrant layer, and a next vibrant layer, and a next vibrant layer, until eventually you shoot into a beautiful golden sunlight. Take a nice deep breath, and as you release that breath, just continue to move up. You can even think up. Move into a jelly-like substance. This is the laws of the universe, moving up, 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 up. You may notice a dark blue cloud. This is the law of magnetism. You can completely ignore that law. And if you focus upwards, you notice the most beautiful, gentle, kindest pink mist light energy. This is the law of compassion. Take a breath and move up. To release that breath, allow yourself to feel that beautiful law of compassion. If you notice in the distance, way in the distance, you see a window opening of the pearly iridescent white light shining through it. Let this pink mist take you to and through that space and move into the space of the Creator of all that is, a vast open space, a space of unconditional love and unconditional acceptance. This is a space in which you don't have to have any relationship with time. This is outside of time, or just simply easier. Imagine what it feels like to have no dreams, because everything already is. There's nothing to dream, there's nothing to manifest, because everything already is. Just allow yourself to feel what that feels like. Breathe it in. And if you're aware of any beings or any deities around you, just take a breath and go up more. And when you think Creator, you are there. And then take a nice deep breath, gather as much unconditional love as you need. And as you release that breath, my beautiful cosmic sibling, let it flow in through the top of your head like a beautiful waterfall of light, bringing you peace and light. Then I'm going to do a couple of downloads for you. I'm first going to say what they are. I know what it feels like to live without believing it is weak to show feelings. I respect and understand other people's boundaries. I love my body. I know how to live without hating my body. It is okay to receive affection. I have proper discernment about someone's touch. If you say yes to this, place your hand on your heart, take a nice deep breath, and say yes out loud. Then I'll make a command, creator of all. And you can think command, request, prayer, creator of all that is. It is commanded in the truth and perspective of all that is, in the highest and best interest of my beautiful cosmic sibling listening, to download for them these beliefs now across all languages, time, space, possibilities, and dimensions. Across all belief levels, core genetic history and soul. Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Show me with love. I want you to imagine being up with the Creator. Take a breath and be with the Creator, and being on the edge of the universe, looking down at your life in a bubble of light, and witness, feel, experience, imagine with me energy flowing from the Creator into your heart space, and feel what it feels like. And then when you're ready, take a breath, gather as much unconditional love as you need from that Creator of all space. Let it flow through your body, fill your body with love and light. Ground yourself to the earth. Draw energy from the earth, let it flow throughout your whole body, balance and center in your heart, and open your eyes. Now, let's also look at the liver. The liver can play quite an important role in healings, and I like to incorporate the liver into a healing session. And I find a lot of times when I do a download, because we do several downloads for you during a session, you can feel the download not going in. Then I will do cleansing with the liver. It says the liver is responsible for over 500 functions in the body. It produces cholesterol and bile from the breakdown of dietary fat and old red blood cells. Using amino acids, it makes proteins and stores glycogen, iron, and vitamins. It also removes substances such as poisons and waste products from the blood, excreting them or converting them to safer substances. When the liver becomes inundated with toxins, it can no longer function correctly. This in turn will cause imbalances in the hormones that regulate growth, sexual behavior, and flow of serotonin, the happy hormones. The Taoists teach that if the liver and kidneys are clean, we will not age. You feel very good when your liver and your kidneys are clean. Due to all the toxins and pollutions in our environment, our livers are overworked. Okay? To keep the gallbladder and the liver functioning correctly, I offer you the excellent liver cleanse listed below. Read the instructions carefully, and of course go up to the Creator and ask if this is right for you. So I'm going to read this for you, but again, I want to reiterate that I'm just sharing with you. All right? You have to use your own discernment, and you have to be, logical about things. So, gallbladder and liver cleanse. This cleanse should not be used by those who have hepatitis or cirrhosis of the liver. Okay? As with any cleanse, it is only a suggestion, as those who use it should be cautious, as this can be powerful. All right? Take a herbal laxative in the evening. So, I didn't take a laxative, but remember I took activated charcoal, which helps you to release and to clear out the body and the system. And then I also, took some fresh garlic, I took some fresh ginger with some fresh onion, and I just sort of made it in like a salad, okay? And then also at night, I would take magnesium and some iron, all right? Now, I'm just making these suggestions. It's entirely your prerogative to follow them or not. So each morning for the next 3 days, place 100 drops of Autophos, a brand name for orthophosphoric acid, in a quart of high quality apple juice, and drink it during the morning. During these 3 days, you do not need to alter your diet. If for some reason you cannot drink apple juice, place 135 drops of Orthophos, so that is ORTHOPHOS, in a quart of water, and drink it during the morning. These drops are the basis of the cleanse. On the evening of the 4th day, eat supper early. Then about an hour before your normal bedtime, stir together and drink a cup of olive oil, a cup of Coke, and 1 whole lemon squeeze. Use a high quality olive oil that is cold pressed. The Coke is used to help swallow the olive oil. Without it, the olive oil is very hard to swallow. I mean, can you imagine drinking a whole cup of olive oil? You will find that the Coke and lemon make the olive oil almost tasteless. All right. Also, lemon is really great because lemon breaks down sugar. So Coke obviously got a whole lot of sugar in it. And the lemon breaks down the sugar so it can process through your body. Okay. Immediately after drinking the olive oil mixture, go to bed, put your knees up to your chest, lie on your right side for half an hour. This will cause the oil to go directly to the gallbladder and the liver. These organs will not know what to do with all that oil, so they will spasm and throw up of stones. Then you are free to get up and do as you wish. By taking this oil mixture, you empty the system of its oil bile, forcing it to make new bile without the oil toxin. So that's quite interesting. Take a herbal laxative that evening so that you will eliminate the next morning. This will help flush out the stones out of the colon. Consider taking a colonic 2 days after the flush. If you are very ill with a challenge such as cancer, consider this once a month for a few months. Okay, so that's quite good advice. Everyone's system is different, therefore there are no absolutes for prevention. Repeat this cleanse at least once a year. So then there's also the Epsom salt variation. The Epsom salts keep the bowels moving, so any remaining toxins are removed from the body. On the third day of the liver flush, 2 hours after lunch, dissolve 2 tablespoons of Epsom salt in 3 ounces of water and drink it. If you find it tastes intolerable, add a little citrus juice. Evening dose, 5 hours after lunch, dissolve 1 teaspoon of Epsom salts in 3 ounces of water and drink it. The next morning, dissolve 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt in 3 ounces of water. So it says that the cleanse is meant for informational guidance only. Now, I grew up in the country, and the people in the country believed in doing an Epsom salt cleanse once a month. And I'm just sharing with you. What we would do is we will take like a tablespoon of Epsom salts, put it on some water. Now, this may work immediately. Sometimes it takes up to 2 or even 3 days to work. But in my experience, if you do this, you want to be sure that you don't have too much to do, because it can cause an excretion that is very sudden. Like if you need to go now. Like as in now. So there's just something in my own experience with that. It's really amazing. It really washes toxins out of your body, but you just want to be mindful of that. I won't go into details, but let's just say not once but twice I have had very memorable experiences. I remember one specifically one day, saying, oh well, it's been a day and a half, I'll just go to the store quickly. Needless to say, I will never go to that store or that area or anywhere ever again, ever. But even stuff like that, it puts trauma inside of us. So if you've had an experience like that, that's been highly embarrassing, you want to definitely book a cleansing, because your mind puts in a sort of like a big sort of red flag that it's not safe for you to do certain things, even cleansing and healing, So a couple of downloads for the liver. So again, if you'd like this, close your eyes, take a nice deep breath, take your energy into the earth, draw energy from the earth, all through your body, all through your energy centers, into that bubble of light, into the universe, beyond the universe, through those different layers of light, through the golden light, through the jelly-like substance, connecting with the pink mist. Remember to breathe into the space of all that is. Take a nice deep breath, gather as much unconditional love as you need, and as you release that breath, let it flow in through the top of your head, like a beautiful white waterfall of light. And the downloads are: I know what it feels like to live without other people's anger affecting me. I know how to live without carrying old anger. I know what it feels like to live without carrying old resentment. I know what it feels like to recognize the things in my life that serve me. I know what love feels like. I know what joy feels like. With each day, my body becomes stronger. I love my body. I know when to say no. I know when to say yes. I know I am living in a world where I'm responsible and accountable for my own connection to the creator of all that is. I'm accountable for my commitment to others. I know how to live without my family members taking advantage of me. I appreciate and love myself. With each passing day, I appreciate and love life more. I am totally connected to the creator of all that is. My liver regulates all my hormones easily and effortlessly. I respect and love my body. I clean toxins, from my body easily and effortlessly. I love my body. I love myself. I know how to live without illness. I know how to live without illness as a challenge. My immune system works in harmony. I know how to live without being obsessed. If you are open to these downloads, if you'd like them, take a nice deep breath, place your hand on your heart, and out loud say yes. And then I'll make the command. Creator of all that is, it is commanded in the truth and perspective of the highest and best interest of my beautiful cosmic sibling listening right now to download for them these beliefs across all languages, time, spaces, dimensions, places, and possibilities, across all belief levels, core genetic history, and soul. Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Show me with love. I'm witnessing and you witness with me. Witnessing, experiencing, feeling makes it real in accordance with the laws of quantum physics. So take a breath with me and let's just witness together and say thank you that the healing is already done. And then take a breath, go up to the Creator, to that beautiful light, gather more unconditional love. Breathe it in through your body. Balance and center yourself. Ground yourself into the earth like a tree growing roots into the earth. Take a breath, grab energy from the earth, you release that breath, let it fill your entire body. Balance and center in your heart. And when you're open, already, open your eyes. Very good. You should be feeling pretty good now. Okay. All right. If you're feeling a little drowsy or not quite present, everything doesn't look nice and bright around you, just close your eyes again, take a breath, take your energy down into the earth, gather energy from the earth, chi, ki, life force energy, breathe it in through your body, fill your whole body with it, every muscle, molecule, and cell. Balance and center in your heart and open your eyes. And so I also want to add, so after I was now done doing the belief work, and it's amazing how quickly it works. I mean, quickly. Then I reached out to a friend of mine. So this is before the Chinese medicine doctor. So I reached out to another friend of mine, beautiful, wonderful person, you know, and then I said to her, this is what I had. It has now done this belief work. It has passed. And then she recommended that I get myself some antihistamine, which I did. I got myself a ginger shot, and I also got myself, she recommended that I take some Pineal, which is basically a South African version of, what do you call it now, aspirin, but then I opted for paracetamol, which interestingly enough, only after I drank it, I realized when I used to be younger, I was actually allergic to paracetamol. It used to make me quite sick, and because I hardly ever take medication at all, because I never get sick, which is why it was such a surprise that I got the skin breakout. I realized that paracetamol had no negative effect on me whatsoever. You know, so all the work that we do within ourselves, we also build resistance to things. Okay? But anyway, so I took that and I'm doing really, really great. All right? So the thing to remember is that the subconscious is an habitual mind. And so if you are feeling stuck or anything like that, you know, we forget that life is a game. We forget, or maybe you never heard the concept, that you create your own experience of life. So it is always about you. It's not about, you know, the person, the neighbor, the whoever, the colleague. When we look at ourselves and we begin to see where's this patterns in me, what do I get from it? And how does that affect my game of life? And you recalibrate that. That is when you have all the difference. Okay? So something that I'm still doing at this particular point in time of making this video, you obviously have to confirm with me in future if this is still availability, but you know, you have one of these sessions, they are so amazingly powerful. They're so incredible. So what I do is I offer you that you can have 4. You pay for 4, you get a 5th one free. It's a beautiful journey of powerful personal transformation, getting to know yourself so well. And that expands as you go along. So it's not one of those things where you get really good and then you dump and good and then you dump. You know, people have had tremendous results with these. And I also always say to people, if you're not sure about the commitment, book one session, see how you feel, give it a week. And if within a week you decide to then take the fuller package, then we just incorporate what you already paid into the package. It's that simple. You know what I mean? But thank you for listening. I really look forward to your comments. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And from my heart, namaste, love and light.